The performance here in the fast run ILL say 3 Germans with Florian Brem, with Mohamed Abdelli, and with Maximilian Thorwart. But the really big ones names that are on the jerseys of other countries in front of everyone. From Norway, we have Jakob and Ingebrigtsen, who wants to get the D-Bell for the 3rd time in a row. Over 1,000. 500 and over 5,000. Brem right next to him. Yasmin Bills short to he left, but Andy there is still in the picture. We have Jakob in the back, who is also in this race. Or Henrik Philip, the other brother, who can run fast. So they are a runner family, and it is each times the constant discussion because Father GZ is running legal proceedings against him, so they are no longer green. The boys are looking after the Norwegian with their father. Also today the news came that Bricken has not been granted accreditation by the Norwegian Association for the Olympic Games. By the way, we are still missing in this race the direct qualification, the direct standard for the Olympic Games in Paris 1,000. 305 that you have to run if you want to qualify directly, and this 1,000. 305, that is of course also a time that the 3 Germans. Well, I don't necessarily want to say that they're interested in it. But of course they have it in their heads, even though it's going to be incredibly difficult. But Maximilian Thorwart, for example, said, well, if the most determined person here maybe wants to run this standard, then maybe something will work. But it's realistically assessed, and that's where the 3 of them agree. German runners agree that it is actually only possible to get on the train to Paris through the ranking, especially since Maximilian Thorwart and Florian Brem also improved enormously in Brussels at the end of May. Maximilian Thorwart was 8 seconds ahead in terms of his personal best, 131 to 1,000. 310, that was equally significant with the ticket, and Florian Bremen in the same race got on Thorwart's heels and improved from 137.24 to 131. So the 2 Germans are already running at their limit and are already in their form so early in the season, very well maxed out. Maybe there's a little something going on for the 3rd German, that's Mohamed Abd, formerly Mohimed from the Olympia Dortmund, also ran 18, so he's not necessarily running around in front like a hazard, which he did last year, among other things tried to catch the Germans in order to catch the World Cup train, which can definitely play a role here at the moment, almost at the end of the field, even if it's a sports race. And then maybe we now have time, and we can quickly make another decision back on the track, the 5,000, and you can see it at the bottom right. We are at more than 3,000, the transit time 800. And 16 at exactly 3,000 that means the race is not too fast. And at the top left, above the first 8 names, you can also see the projection of what time it will take. 1,000. 343 could perhaps end up with a bit more speed in the last 2 or the last kilometer, but far away from the best performances, which means we can already say that from a German point of view it is a tactical race for the European Championship title. Mohamed Abdellah is well hidden at the front, don't mind that. Florian Brem actually prefers to run at the back, and Maximilian also does that. Brem is strong on the last lap or the last 2. At the end of this main field there is an effort to keep up with the main group, even though the pace is not that high. The goals then IHFE, and behind them Florian Brem tries to keep up with the main group, and Abdi also falls back a bit, or it is cool, and he leaves it. It's hard to say. But someone who has everything in view is a time like his victory in Munich in 1,000. 320, perhaps at the end he knows when something is going on, stumbling before the Dutchman from Mike Foppen also gets interesting when it comes to the 1,500 and There is also a strong Dutchman who Jakob Ingebrigtsen has to watch out for, and now there is already a gap and Brem also has problems, and the race will be easy gradually fast. But Snift is now trying to shoot the gap forward. That's good, and Abdi is a disappointment again. Torrid can't keep up with it anymore. Maybe he can hang on to Abdali again. But he would have to get faster again to catch up with only Florian Bremelimeter. Can it still do that? In the meantime, on the last kilometer at the finish there are 2 more laps. And the favorites are slowly but surely getting into position. The Germans are not in that position at the moment. With their final speed, the whole thing can of course be done at will. Maybe with a little bit effort. But in any case, he has every opportunity here at the front. Then when it's probably, he'll really get down to business on the last lap to attack. You obviously have to watch out for the Spaniard who is currently running in front. Nico, we know difficult name doesn't just work for Mar, it's the same for me, so we'll see where he ends up. At the end, he is currently leading. The race is number 4 in the world. Others are much faster, almost 12 seconds, 1,236, currently the best time in the world for the year. But it's about breaking into the European title. Position 3 at the front, the fast Spaniard with 1,248. So slowly but surely it works here. Can still 400 Ingebrigtsen, then the Spaniard, and then the others, and the Germans have nothing to do with the outcome of the race up there. It's now a race for elimination. Yes, the boss is now taking the whole thing into his own hands. Ingebrigtsen from the front away. Who can he follow? Mills, the Brit, the Spaniard, Lobali from Switzerland, still their 6th, almost only 5. At the front, the 2 Spaniards have to fight. Mills holds up surprisingly well in second position. Ingebrigtsen can run away from the front. In this race, he pulls the sprint long. He increases the pace gradually. Still has a few grains. And now he's slowly giving it go. Mills is no longer within striking distance, so he's already winning his 3rd title in a row over 5,000 m, his first race ever this season. Over the 5,000 m, Jakob, a Swiss, the Brit, is 3rd. Z has already shown the Brits the Jacob's hammer at the World Championships over the 1,500 m in 2022. In 23 they took the title. Maximilian Toro comes. FL Brem fell behind again, so Tori has divided the race well, and Mohamed Abd was once again disappointing at a major international event. So unfortunately the Germans plan to achieve a fast time plus a good placement. Best among the top here, to really move forward in the rankings on the road to Paris, as officially stated didn't work. That's how nice his name is. But Henrik Ingebrigtsen wins this race. He stands next to his brother Jakob Ingebrigtsen, of course, who wins the race next to Hendrik. There are even 3 of them. Who hasn't got...
Don't forget to like and subscribe for more exciting sports content.